Game 3 of the 80s versus the 2000s in the Black Excellence Tournament continues here on State of the Franchise. Gaming on the mound for the 2000s team, Jair Jurrjens, pitcher that spent a bit of time in the major leagues, really was in at 21 and out by the age of 28. Did pitch some in the minors. Let's see what he does here in this tournament as he faces off against Hall of Famer's dad, Ken Griffey Jr., and he's going to, this is Ken Griffey Sr., who will strike out via changeup. In fact, take a look at that again, and you know what? That happened to be one of his better pitches from the very brief stint in the MLB that I remember of him. Let's be real. Ozzie Smith, let's ground this one out to second base. Ray Durham gonna throw him out at first. Let's take a look at the lineups for the 80s team. It is Ken Griffey Sr., Ozzie Smith, Eddie Murray, Jim Rice, Bo Jackson, Eric Davis at DH, Lou Whitaker at second, Lenny Randle at third, and Terry McGriff at catcher. Murray, 286 in the tournament, grounds it to Derek Jeter, who is going to throw him out. Despite what people say about his defense anyway, Dave Stewart is going to be the pitcher for the 80s team, as he did pitch in the 80s and a bit in the 90s. And here's who he will face: Chone Figgins, Derek Jeter, Barry Bonds at DH, Ryan Howard, Mike Cameron, Juan Pierre, Torii Hunter, Orlando Hudson, and Charles Johnson. Stewart versus Bonds, and oh, come on, man, why you hit him for? I hope y'all ain't got no beef. They may not. Who knows? Ryan Howard batting right behind him. Bonds is going to take second, and ooh, he slides in there just in time. You know, once he got to San Francisco, he wasn't stealing nearly as many bases. You know, most he stole was in that 40-40 season he had. And unfortunately, Stewart walks a batter. Mike Cameron, chopper up the middle pass. Lou Whitaker at second, rolling in the center. Cameron comes up throwing, but he's throwing to third, as the 80s team will take a 1-0 lead. Juan Pierre, one of the best speedsters in the last 30 years, is unfortunately not going to get on base to be able to showcase that speed just yet. He'll have to wait till his next plate appearance. Mike Cameron driving in the singular run for the 2000s team. And Dave Stewart walks yet another batter here in the second. And then in back-to-back walks, somebody go out there and talk to homie. Charles Johnson. Oh, unfortunately, he's going to squander an opportunity to drive in at least one. And that'll be the first out in the second. Chone Figgins is going to reach out for a low fastball, hitting it to right field and chasing it down. That is Bo Jackson. You thought he was on the Oakland Raiders field the way he ran that thing down. And Jeter's going to ground out the first, unfortunately. So all they will come up with is just going to be a singular run, nothing more. Lou Whitaker swinging a miss. Oh man, that changeup is whipping work out there. So take another look at the changeup. And he's throwing it inside, and he's throwing it at a calf. Fortunately, Lou Whitaker cannot do anything with it. I don't even know why he swung at it. Maybe it was a defensive swing. And hey, it happens sometimes, even from greats. Lenny Randle, batting eighth, is unfortunately going to stare at a fastball that honestly isn't that fast. Before the era he played in, it probably was. Terry McGriff, 167. Remember, that is the cousin of Fred McGriff, who was over on the 90s team. Unfortunately, he was ground out to end the third. Bonds versus Stewart yet again, as we see another matchup between these two. And Stewart is creeping up on 50 pitches. He hasn't even gotten through the third. And, ooh, he's going to take advantage of the vision of Bonds and strike him out. You know, when that ball's up there near your eyes, you sometimes going to swing at it. It's going to look hittable. It's going to look hittable. Ken Griffey Sr. hitting a slurve out to center. Oh, Mike Cameron can't come up with the diving attempt, but he is going to hustle in the second and somehow be safe. Please get your eyes checked. I think he was out, or he should have been. Ozzie Smith going to strike out. High two-seam fastball, tailing away from him. He's unable to catch up to it for a strikeout here in the seventh. Listen, I had to push ahead. Not much has happened. In fact, the 80s team hasn't exactly gotten any hits. I mean, hell, they've just started getting some hits, as you can see there. Mr. Jim Rice coming up to the plate for Mr. Jurrjens' 90th pitch. And, oh, unfortunately, he is swinging and missing at a slurve. That'll end the inning. I'm sure he wished he would have at least got bat on ball. Could have gotten a run. Juan Pierre, speaking of getting a guy on base, is going to, come on, you wouldn't have got him out even if you threw it perfectly accurate. And Juan Pierre is, just like Rickey Henderson, a runner in scoring position from first. Let's see if Torii Hunter can capitalize. Oh, high slider, not going to get there. And your throwaway obviously ain't going to get there either. Over 600 steals in his career. And Torii Hunter is just going to take yet another walk, his second of the ball game. Oh, sorry, that was Hudson. Johnson, oh, unfortunately swinging and missing out a slider from Dave Stewart, who is still out there. I don't blame him for continuing to pitch him. Save up that bullpen. The bullpen's not that great. Chopper to second, and short toss to the short man. Somehow he got him out. I don't know. But Jackson is going to work a walk, and I would be careful. Anybody playing short or second, he might bowl your ass over. Pitch to catcher, and then the rover to second. Not going to be in time. Bo Jackson, a NFL Pro Bowler 1 year, and a All-Star in the MLB, another. Unfortunately, his sports career ended in year 90, which was like, 5 or 6 years into his career. Lou Whitaker is going to work a walk. 2 runners are on for Darren Oliver, who is going to be tasked to get his team out of this predicament. With nobody out. Chopper up the middle. Oliver can't get it. Diving attempt by Hudson can't get it. Going to come up throwing the third. You're not going to get him. Come on, man. You should have known better. This ball game is tied at 1 thanks to Lou Whitaker. Tony Gwynn going to come off the bench. Of course he's batting 500. I'm surprised he's not batting more, but he really hasn't played a ton thus far. He's going to slap one the other way. It's going to be a low catch. And you know what? It was a little too shallow even for the speedster at third. So try again and get a second run on the board. Here's Terry McGriff. He is going to come through in the clutch as it skips right in front of Cameron for the second run. Throw over to third. Oh, just not in time. Listen, Terry McGriff, get as much celebration as you can out of this. Unfortunately, you didn't have much of a career. He had more of a career than I ever would have. So, hey, you're on this roster. Come through when you can. Ken Griffey Sr. is going to hit this one, too. Right field, and head over heels is Torii Hunter. Cameron going to come up throwing. Everybody's just going to move up 2 bases. As the 80s team takes a 2-run lead, and now Arthur Rhodes is going to come out of the bullpen and be asked to get them out of danger, or at least not give up any more runs than necessary. Fly ball into right field. Hunter, the runner from third, is going to tag despite their speed. The throw, Rhodes throws it into the catcher. Going to be offline. He just threw it to his glove side. I think he'd have gotten him easily. Right. Kevin Mitchell is going to be playing third base from here on out, and he replaced Lenny Randle in the game. Barry Bonds is going to hit it to him. 1 giant MVP to another. And Mitchell will get the best of him, as you can see. I'm pretty sure Bonds would have traded in at least 1 or 2, or hell, all of his damn MVPs, just to get a World Series ring. He only appeared in 02. Could not come up, though he came really damn close. If you watch the 02 World Series, he almost walked the damn thing off. It would have been crazy, but unable to capitalize. Wayne Gomes is going to come out, bullpen, hopefully get out of danger, and it is going to happen. All right, Mike Cameron makes the final out in the top of the 9th. He will also turn around and lead off, followed by Juan Pierre and Torii Hunter. Listen, if these 3 guys are on third, they might steal home, but they got to get on first. They have to do so against Lee Smith. I would be worried because his fork ball is forking ridiculous. Slider, oh man, he's going to get the corner call. Mike Cameron is not agreeing with him. Let's take a second look. Yeah, no, you had no chance. You had absolutely no chance at that. If you swung at it, you probably would have popped it up or hit it foul. Juan Pierre at the plate. Not going to be a bunt situation. He's going to hit one into the right field gap, and you know what? He very well may end up on third. He is hustling around second. The throw from Whitaker over the third. Oh, just slides in there in time. As the 2000s team has a runner in scoring position. Now, Torii Hunter is walked twice, but I'm not expecting him to walk at this point. Listen, a walk would be nice. Hell, the tying run will come to the plate, and it's not going to happen. Swinging and missing at a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. That leaves Orlando Hudson with an opportunity, and oh, he is going to get plunked in the lower back. So the tying run comes to the plate again. Lee Smith, 25 pitches. He goes up against Charles Johnson, who has hit 30 home runs in a season before. And oh man, really? After I talk your praises, he's going to pop up in the foul territory. Murray makes the catch. And the 80s team is going to take a 2-1 lead in this series. If you want to check out the rest of the tournament as I continue to upload it, check out the playlist you see above. And I'll holler at y'all in the next one. Peace out.